Hi there everybody and welcome. Today we're diving deep into the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 original soundtrack. I'm Mattias and like you I enjoy game music and cinematic music. So we're gonna begin today with the title track from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. As always, say hi in the chat and let me know of your favorite tracks from this soundtrack. The title track. Where we used to be. It's a perfect title theme with a light piano and this like introspective kind of melody. I really love how menu themes, when they are this kind of light arrangement with just maybe piano or maybe some light strings, they give you some anticipation of what's to come rather than having an instant like a bombastic piece straight in the menu or in the title screen. So I really love these type of themes. I think they work very well. Veronica, hi there, evening. You can't wait. Xenoblade 2 is the game that made me fall in love with video game music. I really love this game. Yeah, I know a lot of people love this game. I actually haven't played through Xenoblade Chronicles 2 myself. We do have the game and I've had it for years, but somehow, you know how it is with the backlogs and games. You buy several games and yeah, you don't have time to play them all. But I am gonna play Xenoblade 2. We have it on the Switch. So yeah. But I did play the introduction. But it's been a long while, so can barely remember something. Peak, yeah. Daiho, hi there. Devi, hi. Mangetsu, welcome. Yeah, it's a really great start here. Love it. Yeah. What a beautiful theme. Really beautiful melody. And like I said, I really love when they don't arrange the menu themes or the title themes with like too much instrumentation and too much like bombastic stuff and cinematic percussion and all this stuff. It's really good to wait with that stuff so you can build, so you have something to build towards, like a dynamic arc somewhere. Yeah, I know a lot of people love this game and soundtrack. And they really put your expectations high just with the melodies there. And I really also enjoy that the tempo, when you play these pieces without a metronome, so you can like do diminuendos and crescendos and slow down the tempo and increase tempo throughout the piece at certain points to even further infuse more emotion into the theme. Solfrex, hi there, welcome. This 1.5 of the original soundtracks is composed by legendary Yasunori Mitsuda. Yeah. Counterattack is one of my favorites, Yoni. Awesome. Yeah, so by all means, let me know your favorite characters from Xenoblade Chronicles, and also what your favorite themes are from the soundtrack. I have no idea if we managed to listen through the whole soundtrack, but we're going to listen to a few of the tracks. Okay, so that was the title screen. Next up, we will listen to Where It All Began. There's two versions. There's one version called Beta, and then there's another version. Let's begin with the version that's not called Beta. Yeah, so there was a lot of stuff going on in this track compared to the previous one, obviously. We have a more like full orchestral instrumentation in this one with the winds, the brass, and also the wind chime at the end, which is very, very cute. It definitely sounds like a adventurous type of music with the modulations in there in the harmony. Really cool track. Next up we have Elusium in the Blue Sky. Yeah, what a strong leitmotif in this. Yeah, the main theme of the game. Let's go back to just hear when the melody comes out. When the leitmotif blossoms out. Really love that theme. Yeah, I love those chords. That's the Elysium in the blue sky. Really lovely theme. So what should we go with next? Our hope. It's a very nice sounding choir. A lot of voice leading in there. Sounds really nice. So where do we hear this track within the game? Let me know here in the chat. It's always lovely to hear chorals within game soundtracks. Indeed, they do really lift us to like another level, another dimension of divinity. And always with choirs, you make use of like dissonances, and then you resolve the dissonances. So you can have like two tones very close by each other. Lovely track, Our Hope. Next up we have Elusium in the Dream. And like I said earlier, let me know your favorite tracks from the soundtrack, if you do know the names of the tracks. And I know how it is when you play the games. Often you don't like look up the names maybe for the tracks, but you do know them when you hear them. Elusium in a Dream. In the Dream. Ah, okay, so now we have some guitar. Man gets okay for the ending. Really cool, they add some like jazz harmony in the middle of the track here. Why previously it was, it sounds a little bit like ethnical track mixed with classical music. So it's really cool to hear the violin played like that with the melody. I'm gonna come back to that later, but let's continue. So there we have the exact thing I was talking about in the previous one. We have that it's the 9 or the second to the root of the chord. So if you play like an A minor chord in this case, and then you play the next note, the B note, we have that final note, and that makes the song or the harmony sound unresolved, because you often want to go back to the root or something to end the track, to make it sound like a finale. So that's what you like expect in the end of a track, but it's really cool to end on that mysterious 9. It's very effective in composition to use that note if you're after a mysterious kind of vibe. The Lasers, hi there, good to see you tonight, how are you? Thanks a lot for providing your favorite tracks here. I see a lot of nice suggestions here. Drifting Souls, The Decision, Counterattack, Walking With You. Yeah, they're all good, so hard to make a choice. Yeah, so far I can hear it's very thought through soundtrack, and obviously sounds expensive with with real orchestra. A really great sound. We just began. You missed like 4 tracks, I think. Yeah, we just began. We're just getting ready here. Just getting started with Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, so how about Counterattack? Yeah, what a cool riffing here in this track. Really cool battle theme, and from what I can hear, it's a very nicely produced mix. You can hear all the instruments, at least when I'm listening here on the headphones. We have the guitars very well separated. Often you record guitars with like a few guitars on the left side and then a few guitars on the right side when you have these massive distorted guitars. And the drums is all audible, and it's an overall great symphonic metal mix. Really cool track. Now what's this? Jazzy James Bond section. Yeah, Seiji. Yeah, absolutely. Let me know if you can provide what area or cutscene or battle theme the song's from. Or if it's like a character theme or something. It's a very cinematic game. A lot of tracks are great on their own, but even better in context where they are used, like this one. Yeah, I guess that's how it is with game soundtracks. They definitely work. They are written for a specific context in mind, and to support the visuals often. Most often. But we can definitely hear it's some kind of battle going on. But it's a very positive and uplifting vibe, and I really like that from the battle theme. And it works superb to the graphics of Xenoblade Chronicles. Because overall, from what I've seen and what I've played, it's cute characters, there's cute dragons and animals and enemies. Not Pokemon style, but cute in a way. The choreography is really good between the scenes and the music, I find. Yeah. Action, emotional cutscenes for this one. Yeah. Really love that we get this kind of jazzy, almost like Pat Metheny kind of jazz section in the middle of this battle theme, with that ride going, jazzy ride, and the string soaring on, almost like it's a James Bond track of sorts. How often do you get a bass solo in a battle theme? Never. I never heard a bass solo in a battle theme before. Just gonna rewind a little bit. We need to hear that again. What an ending. Dot, 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 up. Yeah, I love that one. Counterattack. Need to listen to that a few times because, yeah, the bass solo. Tarnished, hi there. Yeah, we're deep into the soundtrack. Yeah, we just listened to a couple of tracks. We just finished the Counterattack battle theme. It's really sweet to hear all the different like genres that's mixed in here. You have the symphonic metal, and then you have the jazzy sections, and it's really cool to let the instrumentalists play out here on their instruments in the track. That's really cool. Often it can be quite like boxy, so to speak. Don't let the musician go out of the box. Don't let him do a solo. Skip that. And it's really cool to have a trading guitar melodies like that also. Playing some cool counterpoints. Yes, we had some suggestions for track to listen to here. Say G. If I can make a few suggestions, I really like Battle Theme 3. I think it's still Move Forward. World 3 theme. Just to let you know, I am listening from YouTube Music now rather than listening to Spotify. I just swapped out Spotify because of, yeah, they are, or Daniel Ek is investing in drones. And we all know how bad Spotify is when it comes to paying out to artists, and yeah, it's just a mess. And now with the AI in the platforms and everything, I heard it's like 100,000 tracks per day. That's it's probably a lot more that's sent to the platforms. Weird, a weird world we live in. Move forward. Da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum. Let's see here. The Tomorrow with You. Turn around. Yeah, we have to go through it somehow. Even if music is sad, it still has the power to heal, I think. It's the vibrations. Whoa! Yeah, so it has a really sad and tragic beginning, the track. Really lovely melody and soaring strings. I just think it's a lovely composition. And then, as you can hear, the melody becomes a little bit more joyful or more uplifting. And we also hear that in the piano, where it begins to play a little bit more like stabby and more rhythmical. And it definitely brings up a more positive, drag us from the sadness into a more joyful feeling. Really lovely track that has this emotional arc, not just a whole track of sadness, but that will bring us from the sadness into a little bit more joyful feelings. The finale. So that's the finale before we get to the credits. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a grand like finale, especially with that build up from the sadness and then into a more happy part. Not too happy, but still we're going somewhere. And then we get the brass and everything blooms out into this really beautiful. full section where we have also the drums, but as we can hear, the drums are a little bit more laid back compared to the counterattack track, where there's more like full on metal drums. It's more like a jazzy big band drums in this track. But it's a really lovely composition, The Tomorrow With You. And my analysis here from listening to the track so far is that there's a lot of these typical like JRPG's resolution in the chorus. They always end with this, with the sus4 to the triad. It's very effective, but you can hear it in so many of the endings of the chord progressions and the phrases. Just a thing I noted that we don't hear typically in other types of more like Western cinematic scores. Like if we compare it, say, to the Silk Song soundtrack, which is a totally different vibe, obviously. It's more like a mellow and dramatic and theatrical, while this is more like a happy classical. Well, this track wasn't happy in the beginning, but yeah, you know what I mean. So what should we listen to next up here? That was the grand finale, The Tomorrow With You. You will recall our names. I wonder if they have all the tracks here on YouTube Music. Maybe it's just a hand-picked selection from the soundtrack. Seems so. How about this? A Ship in a Stormy Sea. I just love that counterpoint here where we have the calm brass melody, just a few notes, da 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 da, and then we have a response. The counterpoint is basically a call and response in music. So we have the brass for the call, and then we have the response in strings and woodwinds that play this really rapid arpeggio or a rapid run up and down. Just listen here again. It's just some lovely counterpoint. Man, it's such a magical sounds to all the instruments in this mix. I really, really love this track. A Ship in the Stormy Sea. This is also a track I'm going to come back to and listen to more to. Man, what a sound. I wonder what kind of orchestra they used for this soundtrack. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat here. Just going to rewind a little bit so we can hear that flute again. It's really in your face. Damn. Favorite track so far. I don't know why. Maybe it's... I just chose this because of the title. I'm a fish, born fish. I live by the sea. Love, love everything sea-wise. Fishes, water. A ship in the stormy sea. Just love it. That was quite the track. Yeah, new people in here. Liam, welcome. Hi there. Where from? The Stormy Sea. Yeah, no one recommended the track. I just handpicked it. Kingdom of Uraya is also a magical area theme. Yeah, I want to hear magical area themes. Let's see if I can find that one. Kingdom of Uraya. So how many hours from US? Okay. How many hours of gameplay is Xenoblade Chronicles? The second one here. If you don't go aside, do too much side questing. Canadian, awesome. Yeah, we have people all over the globe. Awesome. French, yeah. And Sweden. I need to show you something here. I got a really cool t-shirt from some friends over at a company called Kilohearts. When I was at Super Booth this year. Just take a look at this t-shirt. Kilohearts. It's their logo, but yeah, it's really, really lovely with the Swedish colors. Gonna wear it sometime. Much more fun to get that kind of t-shirt rather than the regular like black t-shirts or yeah. Italy, awesome. Veronica, cool. That's great. You have any snow in Italy yet on the mountains? We had a few days of snow here in Sweden, but now it's raining. We had a little bit of snow today too, but it's raining and it's around 0 degrees, so it's melting away. Sadly. A ship in a stormy sea. I need to write down the tracks here because some time ago when I did a live stream I was just handpicking tracks like that and then I forgot which tracks we've played and so far. Because many of the soundtracks that we listen to has a gazillion of tracks. 60-70 hours, 200 plus for full completion. My god. Mangetsu, did you get 100% in Xenoblade? $50-60 hours. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you play it then. If you're a regular, so to speak. If you're a regular RPG person. Da ba dum, da do do do. Yeah, I mean, many RPGs are like that. Same thing with Witcher and Skyrim and everything. I think it took me 2 years to finish Skyrim. But I did have small kids at the time, so past from a far distance. Yeah, we played the Tomorrow with You. Walking with You, how do they differ? The past revealed. Harry Potter. Yeah, what a variety in the tracks. This is what I really love when listening to soundtracks. It's the variety. I don't want to listen to like the same track all the time. I want to hear a flora of different emotions, and this is definitely more sneaky and mysteriously sounding. Really love how they divided the melodies there on the piano. Bring. It's gonna be cool to hear how the track develops. Now it almost sounds like a typical like horror movie, but man, I really enjoy the sound of the violin in this soundtrack, and also the cellos. It's a really wonderful sound, very expressive sound. So again, I don't know if anyone wrote what kind of orchestra they had for the soundtrack, or what kind of soloists they had for the violins and cellos and everything. But it sounds very, very expensive. Very expansive and expensive sounds. Yeah, that's a typical thing you do with horror. So that's just the root and the fifth. You can play it in minor, with a minor triad, and then you move the fifth, you lower the fifth, so you get that sound, the triad, or the tritone, which is very obtrusive. Very mysterious and horror-like. Yeah, so that's the end of the track. I'll post the link that I'm using from YouTube Music for the soundtrack. But I guess there's a lot of track missing from that one. Okay, so the main orchestra is the Kanagavan Philharmonic. And then they have the Ireland and Slovakic choirs. Yeah, they really have to have some great musicians in the Philharmonics of Kanagawa. Kanagawa. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but Kanagawa. Konnichiwa. The Past Revealed. A really cool track. Drifting Soul. I knew you requested this track.
Out so far beyond what I can see. How far would I be walking till I reach the end of a path that's to be seen? I would keep thinking, questioning to myself, why do I have to walk this path? Oh, why I can't seem to find the real meaning to this path that I take fate to accept, and my goal seems so far away. So tell me why I'm here and what's the reason I am here today. If I recall, it was you wished that I would stay. No matter how much wind will blow against me, I will keep on. I will keep moving on to find the answer to. I'm lost in search for you.
What a wonderful voice she has. I hope I turn on the microphone there, but what a lovely voice. And again, I like the variety here, so please think about that when you write the tracks you request here. It's really lovely to hear the variation. And again, totally different track from the previous one. Really love the, like, not full-on jazzy style here, but a little bit of pop jazzy style. And indeed, yeah, she has a lovely voice.
I'm tired from the constant carry on, shouting that I can't see a way ahead. The words would fill the midst so gently in the air, and it melts as time just passes by. When I look back, there is no trace of my path. I cannot find my way to the past, and it's just too late. Time has elapsed. There's only now that goes on here on out. My eyes see ahead. So tell me why I'm here and what's the reason I am here today. If I recall, it was you wished that I would stay. No matter how much wind will blow against me, I will keep on. I will keep moving on to find the answer to. I'm lost in search for you.
It's a really encouraging text here, to very positive attitude, like many of the other tracks here, and melodies and yeah, arrangements and the overall sound of everything here. It's very good to hear positive stuff in these days of so much negativity and stuff. Love it.
myself, myself.
That was the track, and wonderful with again an alternative instrumentation here, almost like Nashville pop a little bit. Yeah, so I found the Shadow of Lowlands and the Ancient Vessel. Apparently not all tracks from the soundtrack is in this YouTube music list. I have no idea why, but... So let's continue with Shadow of the Lowlands. Shadow of the Lowlands. Maybe not.
Shadows of the lowland leading to the cold and darkened days, without any hope, without a light for will this suffering never come to an end? Will this suffering never come to an end?
Oh, so lovely jazzy harmonies there. Do you know who the vocalist is? It sounds a little bit like, who was it? Mary Pippin, that sings in Lord of the Rings, when he sings for the king when he's eating. Sounds a little bit like his voice.
Pride keeps us strong today. Glory will be with us. Now the time has come to fight and seize the day. Suddenly a gleam of dawn. Can you feel the power of faith? Our native land, here we stand as
Reminds me a little bit of Zelda, this particular place in... that melody.
Shadows of the lowland leading to the cold and darkened days, without any hope, without a light for love.
will this suffering never come to an end? That's the shadow of the Lowlands. I no idea if this is a loop. The track says 5 minutes 24 seconds. So I don't think it's a loop. Let's continue to the next track, The Ancient Vessel. Really lovely with the bow clarinet. The drum beat here reminds me a little bit of Chrono Trigger, or is it Ragnarok Online, but at a slower tempo. Lovely little breakdown section here with a lighter piano and lighter kind of percussion too. Yeah, it's a really lovely track so far. When we get to hear the ancient vessel in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, can you provide a little bit of context with the track? It's a very dreamy track. It does sound a little bit hopeful, but then it has this twist in the chords at the very end of every progression, every turn of the progression, which makes it sound again a little bit more mysterious, and it's really cool. But very dreamy track. Yeah, the rhythm of the chords definitely makes it sound a little bit like waves. Dum dum dum, da dum dum dum, dum dum dum. The Ancient Vessel. Next up, we're going to listen to a track called Kingdom of Uraya. There's two tracks. One is also called Night, but let's begin with Kingdom of Uraya. Uraya. From the intro here, it's really cool to hear that the beginning is so like unpredictable, at least to me who never heard this track before, where we have this sudden change and switch and everything. But it does sound like the Kingdom of Uraya is a very joyful place. I picture like this beautiful kingdom, this beautiful countryside, maybe some small ponds with frogs jumping. Sounds very like joyful and playful. But now there's something happening here in the track. Is this the fairy fountain? The fairy fountain of Uraya. It's a very sweet mixture between like world instruments and this particular like fiddle here or flute. Is it like an Irish flute or something? But I really love the articulations that the flute player plays. Definitely sounds alive and playful. Like a forest kingdom or something. The pop 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 in the background there, that's what I depict as like frogs in the pond. Maybe someone didn't get what I was talking about there, but if you listen closely here in the background, it's maybe the bassoons or something. Pop 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 pop. Yeah, really lovely. So this was the Kingdom of Uraya. Now we can listen to the Kingdom of Uraya Night. And let's hear how that differs from this one. So it's basically the same melodic theme as during daytime, but just a little bit of different instrumentation and arrangement, I guess. Oh cool, we're inside a giant whale. That's cool. Ah. We have that little water droplet. Squid. Oops. Yeah, it's a very cute theme, but it's just repeated throughout with just a different, a little bit of a slightly different arrangement, but there's not too much happening, I guess. It sounds cute, like all over. Like it's supposed to be, like I guess, like backgrounds, sweet background music. Yes, we have the Leftherian Archipelago, but we'll take that a little bit later, as you say. Wow, impressive sound effect, yeah. Yeah, I've used it on quite a few games. Leftherian Archipelago. Lee Cornwall, hi there, good to see you. You have a question there. Which synths and digital pianos do you currently own? Yeah, I have quite a few MIDI keyboards, but I don't have a lot of like digital pianos. I do have that like 88 keys foldable piano. That's a digital piano, I guess. And then I also have that Yamaha CP Reface, which is like that really small keyboard from Yamaha, but it has a really great Rhodes sounds and like electric pianos. But I do have a lot of like smaller synths, like the Seashell from Instro, and Poly D from Behringer, which I use a lot, and the Unisynth Pro X, quite a few of them. And then we have the Novation Summit, which I really enjoy, but it has a lot of knobs for programming. But I still feel that for the Matrix, you still have to go into menus and stuff. So, but yeah, it's a really impressive sound, right out of the box on that one. But then I have a lot of like MIDI keyboards too. Too many to mention. But I mostly use the Osmos, as I told about before, the one you can see here in the image. And in the intro here I was playing, you know the theme? Ah, how is it? Chorus chambers, yeah. But you can play very expressive with the Osmos there. Even though it is a synthesizer and made for MPE music, but I play a lot of piano on this one. In all the videos, since like 2 years back. Right, so next up, let's, I think we're gonna listen to this track. Tantal. Let's see what that track's about. I guess this is an area track too, because there's a night version. Man, I love the rhythm already. Somehow I turned off the microphone. Yeah, turn off the microphone, sorry. Yeah, I was saying that it definitely sounds a little bit like a battle theme, although it's probably an area theme, since there's a night version of Tantal too. But I really love that brushed percussion in this track. It really sounds lovely. And it really propels the track forward and give the track momentum. That was what I was saying. Sorry for muting the mic there. Just didn't want you to hear me crunching on the chips here. Yeah, really nice vibe, but would be lovely to hear if this is a area track or this is a battle. Background music in a snowy area. The only thing that reminds me of snow in this track is maybe the tingling bells that they have, but they are more of like subtle in the overall arrangement and the instrumentation, I guess, in the track. I would never have picked that this was for a snowy area, just by listening to the sounds, which you often can, if you listen to tracks from other soundtracks, you can often pinpoint that this is from the ice area, or snow area, because it's going to be more of like bell sounds and crystal FM bells and stuff like that. But this is a totally different take with that brushed drums that definitely make it sound more like a battle theme, or yeah, with that kind of momentum. Lee Cornwall, what is the starting point to getting into composition using software and VSTs? Highly recommend if you're on a Mac. You can let me know if you're on a Mac or on a PC. If you're on a Mac, I can't recommend grabbing Logic Pro enough, because the overall instruments that you get with... yeah, you're on a Mac, that's great. Just grab Logic Pro. It has all the sounds that you'll ever need, and I think I've talked about this also in some previous videos. Although I have a lot of different like piano, VST libraries and stuff, very expensive ones, like Pianoverse Suite, which is a large collection of different like super expensive Steinways and yeah, pianos like that sampled. But although I have all these expensive libraries, I still fall back to writing. When I write music, I'm using just a basic stock piano of Logic Pro. I think this one is called Songwriter or something. I changed it a little bit, maybe added some reverbs and changed stuff. I guess you're gonna notice the choral chambers theme a little bit more if I add more like reverb on it. So that's just the basic stock reverb, and also stock reverb from Logic Pro. So you can get really nice sounds just from the stock library of Logic Pro, and it also has like any type of sound you would ever want, like choirs. There's orchestral percussion, there's normal percussion, there's drum kits that'll suit you, that'll work for you forever. But yeah, I obviously use like more expensive choir sounds and more expensive string libraries, but the basic stock package will get you really far when it comes to composition. I've actually made like several game soundtracks just with the stock libraries of Logic Pro. I was on a trip to Thailand, like, what was it, 15 years back, and I got a call from a game company in Israel, and I was going to do some game themes for them, for like themed areas, and I had the computer with me, the Mac and Logic Pro, but I just had a very small disk on that old Mac. But I composed a few tracks while we were on vacation in Thailand, just with the stock library of Logic Pro for these themed tracks. So that's really my recommendation. But aside from that, there's obviously other like music software that, like Bitbig Studio, Ableton Live, FL Studio. That's also all great. Reaper also. But overall, for like the versatility, and I'd recommend Logic Pro. because it also has a score sheet editor if you want to collaborate with other musicians and send them score sheets, note sheets. Yeah, again, doesn't sound very snowy to me, just a few bells in there, but they're very like hidden. Well, we do have the choirs that reminds me a little bit of like Christmas snow maybe, but I still would like to hear more. Yeah, or not still like to hear more, but I often depict like snowy areas, and it probably works superb within the game. I haven't seen the visuals for the ice region, but... But it's a superb track. I mean, the jazzy stuff here and the changes, and yeah, it's a great track. Yeah, so I actually think that this is also one of my favorite tracks here from today. Although I didn't feel it was like at first glance without hearing it in context of the game. It didn't feel like a typical snow area, snow region track, but it's a really great track on its own like this. Really love it. So I can't wait to experience this within the game. Just gonna post here a little bit about the gear I use the most there. For Lee Cornwall. Yeah, just fire away any type of questions. It may be music related, life related, whatever you have in mind. We can do AMA while we listen to Chronoblade Chronicles 2 Xenoblade. Xenoblade. Shadow of the Lowlands. We heard that already. So what's next? Still Move Forward. That one. I found it. Yeah! Finally, we get the Dream Theater synthesizers, the lead sounds. Really lovely. Lee Cornwall, classically trained musician. Well, I did study 3 years classical composition, harmony, arrangement, improvisation and everything. So I am classically trained when it comes to piano, guitar. Also played a lot of like adagios and stuff. But you asked me what kind of synths I use the most. Of course I use like normal instruments like guitars. You can see them here in the background. I have this Fender Player Plus guitar and also Gibson Midtown Custom. We also have Ibanez, of course, for the rock tracks. RG 570. Really lovely. Really love that guitar. But I gave it to my son, so he has it now. And yeah, basses. I also bought a violin, but I haven't played it too much. You can see it in some previous episode that I did, but hopefully I can see it further on. Oh, okay. CJ, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, please, if we have more people in here that's new to my channel, and because there's a lot of people watching my videos, especially now with the Clair Obscure winning the awards at the joysticks, the golden joystick, and it's gonna be interesting here to see how Game of the Year turns out. But there's a lot of boiling activity here around my channel, which is lovely. Thanks a lot for all the sweet feedback on these reaction videos and also the live streams that we do, the gameplay live streams. It's really lovely to see you all hopping online and helping me out in the games. And yeah, if you look at my backlog of videos, you'll also notice a lot of like composition videos. There's more technical videos, but obviously to grow a more like big community, which I've always been after, because I like to chat with people and also teach. But talking too technical in videos and doing too like refined niche technical videos, it won't grow a big audience. I mean, I've tried it for like 7 years, 8 years. It's really hard to break through. Although, I mean, I've like collaborated with most big brands and been to all the conventions, and yeah, it's really hard just to grow a channel on certain niches. So now I'm expanding a little bit more here and doing reaction videos because it's so sweet. I love games. I play a lot of games myself since I was like 10 years old. Born in 78, so you can figure out. I grew up to the like 8-bit Nintendo and Atari ST, and then obviously the Super Nintendo and GameCube, the original Xbox, the PlayStation 2. Been through all the generations basically. So I played a lot of games, and now I'm playing Zelda: Link's Awakening with my son here earlier today. But other games I'm playing myself here is like Clair Obscure at the moment, my second playthrough. Also playing a little bit of Bloodborne because I really want to learn the mechanics of that game, because it's such a hard game. How hard can it be? So I'm gonna learn how to properly play Bloodborne. But also playing like Red Dead Redemption 2, also playing Cyberpunk 2077, and Where Winds Meet. I really love to play that one because I'm also playing Ghost of Tsushima. And of course, let me know what kind of games you play at the moment here in the chat. And if you have any recommendations for future stream videos, what kind of games I should stream. thinking about streaming Ori. Really love the soundtrack of Ori. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, I lost track there a little bit. Anyone played Ace Combat? Ace Combat 5? Definitely sounds like that type of music, this battle theme. Combat theme 3, still move forward. Lee Cornwall, yeah, that's a great suggestion. Do some stream and review my favorite music. Yeah, it's a lot of cool rhythms going on here. Full on progressive drums. A big sucker for drums because I was a professional drummer for many years. Still play drums, but not as often as I did during like the 90s. I played on too many albums to count. Maybe I'll do an episode and just go through all the albums I've played on and talk about the different. Maybe some like discography from the early days to today. It's a really cool track. Love that fill. Yeah, Leftherian Archipelago next up here. I'm checking which tracks we played. I'm gonna stop muting. Definitely very like Ghibli sounding. I guess it's like the chords and the extensions of the chords and just the melody and also instrumentation overall. Very Ghibli sounding track. Lovely. So I can understand this, that you've been sleeping to this track. Yeah, it's not a lot of energy, just smoothness. Very smooth track. Man, this is just too beautiful. The strings that play here, it's called the articulation is called consordino. It's a more like a mellow sounding, more cotton sounding string sound. But I really love the transition when we enter into this consordino section. I think it's a normal flute, but there are like a million different flutes. But I don't think it sounds typical of a typical like pan flute sound. Yeah, this is by far the most beautiful track so far from this soundtrack. The impact when those concertino strings comes in after this first section with the flute and just that soaring ballad kind of strings. It makes a huge impact on the huge emotional impact. And I have this thing when I see certain colors and certain vibrations in colors, they can affect me emotionally. Often greens and yellows and also blues sometimes. Like oceanic blues, Mediterranean blue-greens. And it's the same thing here with the concertino strings. It just hits majestically, epically, hard emotionally. Just beautiful. That dramatic chord where we have all this sweetness, like in some previous track we listened to. We have all this sweetness, and then they throw in this a little bit odd chord in the context. But it works so great because it give us this dissonance. Because music is all about dissonance and resolution. Question, answer. Because it makes the piece much more enjoyable to listen to. If we all just have sweetness throughout the tracks, it's gonna get boring very fast. We all need this small dissonances and contrasts. So it's a great contrast there in this track. That chord. Hi there, Elrinth. We have my brother in the chat. People, say hi to Elrinth. That's my brother. Yasunori Mitsuda. Yeah. Chrono Trigger. Yeah, that's why I said Chronoblade earlier in the stream here. Not Xenoblade, but Chronoblade. Would be a great crossover. Yeah, so that's my brother Elrinth. He's called Niklas. He was on my stream when we did that Final Fantasy reaction video. Can highly recommend you go and watch that one. We had some good laughters in that video. Hey, you must come over for some more reactions, bro. Maybe we'll do some more Final Fantasy. You're the expert. Yeah, we're listening to a lovely track here. Leftherian Archipelago. Yeah, Elrian, we were just talking about the similarities to Studio Ghibli style, like melodies and chord progressions. It's very similar in some places, this soundtrack, but it sounds so epically gorgeous. I mean, it's just not just the sound, the melodies and arrangements. It's like the sounds of this particular orchestra too. Indeed, would love to hear this in a Ghibli movie. Yeah, see, there's a lot of repetition going on here to like extend the tracks to, I guess, maybe a word for like a listening experience, or maybe they are also this like extended in the game. But yeah, we're gonna find a track, The World Tree. Yeah, definitely looped. So let's see if we can find the World Tree. Elrian, I tried finding Xenoblade Chronicles 2 here earlier today, and I also asked about it yesterday, but my son has no idea where the game is. I really wanted to play it, but I just played the beginning of the game. The World Tree, yeah, the Yggdrasil, yeah, I have the track. Yggdrasil, the World Serpent. And we all know that one from the Norse mythology, don't we? Let's go. Yeah, definitely some Ace Combat vibes in this one. I also spoke about that earlier when we heard combat theme. It's all Ace Combat vibes in some of the battle themes. Really cool, like ambient vibe almost, except for the drums that we have on top of the track. Really interesting. And again, the variety in this soundtrack, it's just all over the place, but it's oh so lovely. Or is it looping again? Some cool dissonances in the voices. Yeah, lots of variety in that track too. Passed from a far distance. Need to find that one. Passed from a far distance. Found it. Sounds a little bit like a Christmas choir, now with approaching Christmas and all. What a massive ending there, really forte fortissimo in the soprano. It's a really cool track. Really nice choral arrangement. Rudy Delama, good to have you here. How are you? More Ardain. No, we didn't hear that one yet. More Ardain. So let's do that one. But I think still, out of all the tracks that we listened to today, A Ship in a Stormy Sea, really lovely one. Is it the Roaming the Wastes? More or Ardain? Roaming the Wastes. Really cool, like fusion drums in this track, and they must have had some really cool like musical direction for this game. Usually when you have like overworld themes and stuff, they're not like over the top like this, so it's really cool to hear like over the top arrangements for these like overworlds areas, or the area themes. I call them overworld themes. It's just a habit from Final Fantasy, I guess. Yeah, I can bet. Yeah, I can bet this one was distracting while playing. Yeah, this is definitely like a big band music with all the brass and very upfront horn section, and with the jazzy drums and everything. Right. Yeah, like all JRPG soundtracks, there's hundreds of tracks. Here's the track I want to hear, The Abandoned City. Yeah, fire away any type of track. After this one, we'll take the final track. So let me know what we need to hear next after the abandoned city. Okay, let's do it. What's happening? Yeah, so the abandoned city here sounds like typical JRPG, like lullaby theme, and sometimes I like to be surprised, at least at some points in the music, and that was what we talked about earlier here. That they threw in some like mysterious chords sometimes, just to surprise you a little bit as a listener, and that gives the music a lot more listenability, at least to me. If we have, like we talked about, the question and answer, but I feel this one is a little bit too more like a straight line, but it fills its purpose, I guess, for being like a sad lullaby kind of theme, the abandoned city. But the surprise thing is what I really enjoy with the Silk Song soundtrack, because in every single track there's a surprise. It might be a rhythmical surprise, it might be a sound surprise, it might be the weird chords that we talked about, well, not weird, but something that you throw in there to that's a little bit unexpected. That's not like a usual chord progression. You just end with a little different chord. Not to go into like too technical details, but just talk about it from a zoomed out perspective. So I guess we're gonna head over to the final track of today, Battle Torna, the Golden Country OST from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah! No worries. Spam away. I guess if you like this type of jazzy battle theme, I guess you like the music of Ragnarok Online. What a great drummer. There's a lot of things happening in this track. What a cool track. Breakdown section. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What a solo! And there's some really tight upright bass right there. And even a solo there. Really cool. Yeah, love this one. That was a cool recommendation. Yeah, it seems like Kenny likes his funk. A lot of texture. Yeah, I guess this one is also gonna loop. Maybe we're already in a loop. The track says it's 7 minutes 45 seconds. But what a great track to end this Xenoblade 2 live stream with. And like always, I guess I missed a ton of tracks in this stream, but as you probably know, it's a bit hard to cover like a whole soundtrack, especially when it's like 50 tracks or 60 tracks, or like with the Final Fantasy remake there, 150 tracks. You have to do several streams. Yeah, so thanks for joining in here today. Don't forget to leave a like here on my video, and I hope you watch my other videos and reaction videos, and also my gameplay streams here. And like I said, please do recommend what kind of games I should play on my channel, and I'd love to hear what kind of games you're playing and also your favorite soundtracks. And for those into music production, if you're into music production yourself, I can highly recommend you go to edu.monidiomedia.com. There's a link here in the description. And if you sign up, it's my educational platform. If you sign up there, you'll get a free film scoring for beginners course. If you want to learn more about the behind the scenes of scoring short films and games, and yeah, a little bit of insight into film scoring. I also have a music theory course and courses in Logic Pro. Maybe something for you. And yeah, BTB courses and ambient music courses. And there's more stuff coming up, like a cinematic music course. Yeah, it's kind of late here, so need to get to bed so I can get up early. My son, my youngest son Alex, the 4-year-old, he often wakes up around 6 o'clock, so you have to manage up. Yeah, it was a blast to hear so much variety in the tracks, and I did find a lot of gems in here that I will surely come back to. And maybe they will also make it to my, if I make it like a favorite soundtracks episode, and just go through some of my favorite tracks. Yeah, some cool tracks. So again, thanks for joining in, and thanks for supporting the channel. You can always become a patron, patreon.com/Gellane, if you want to further support the channel and also get some behind the scenes stuff and some other goodies. Yeah, thanks everybody. Hope you'll have a nice evening. Now it's time for the evening sandwich and then off to bed. And hopefully we'll have some more snow tomorrow, but that seems like it's going to be hot for a few days. Or hot, like around 0 degrees, but I'm waiting for the snow. We want snow for Christmas, don't we all? Right. Have a nice evening. Bye. Cheerio. Watashi wa arigatou gozaimasu.